Good morning, it is Sunday and it is the 26th of July. My name's Julie and if you're new here, welcome, it's nice to meet you. I'm following the similar plan to lose weight. I've got a bit of glare going off my glasses, but I'm sitting down and I'm about to start in a moment editing a video. I got up really early this morning to make sure Tom got up for work, so I was up at like 6. But I've just literally sat down and done nothing. I've not done nothing. I've sat down. I've been actually researching on YouTube, going grey, because if you've been watching my channel, you'll notice that my hair is very grey and it's all growing out. I do have this dark streak at the front, but I'm trying to grow it out. And in a moment of weakness yesterday, I nearly went out and bought some dye to dye it back to brown. But I need to persevere with it, and it's the ideal chance because I'm working from home at the moment and not really going out anywhere. So I just had a sudden moment of weakness where I thought I might actually think about dyeing it. But anyway, I was on there today looking at how best to grow it out and whether I need to bleach the other remaining colour, because obviously this is all dye, because obviously I've been grey for a long time. And my first grey hairs when I was 13, so it's not just an age thing. I have always been grey, and my kids are grey at quite a young age. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But yeah, I got up this morning because I got up so early. I put no makeup on because Eddie was still in bed. I just literally got dressed, got washed and dressed and all the rest of it. And then just came out of there, made coffee for Tom, coffee for myself, and just sat down and was doing some research on whether I should do one of the colour removal things to get the colour out, or whether to bleach it, or whether just to persevere with growing it out. And I think the general thought and consensus is that you're better off just leaving it to grow out. And that even if you have highlights put through, it can end up going brassy and yellow and things. And I was looking at purple shampoos and various other things. But anyway, you're not here for any of my rambling on this, but that's basically what I've done for the past 2 or 3 hours. Eddie's come down and he's been doing his workout, so I decided to go and make my breakfast, and I'll show you what I'm having. So today I decided that I was going to make my oat pancakes, but rather than making them sort of the fluffy American style pancakes like I normally do, I've actually made them more into sort of like a crepe. So in here is my 40 grams of oats, which I've blended down to almost a fine powder in a blender. I've added just 1 egg this time. I haven't added any baking powder this time. I've just added some milk to make like a crepe batter. And then I've cooked 3 crepe pancakes out of that mixture. And then I've decided to make it into like a quesadilla. I decided not to use a flour tortilla because obviously with those you have to sin them or use one as your healthy extra B, so it wouldn't work out very well. So in here I've layered it, and I've got some of the Aldi taco beans, which are sin free, and I've got 10 grams of the lighter mature cheese that's grated on top, and then underneath I've just got some scrambled egg with some spring onion in and another 10 grams of cheese. So I'm going to count that as my health extra A gone. I've had 2 cups of coffee and I used some milk in my batter, so with that and the 20 grams of cheese I'm classing my first healthy extra A as gone. So yeah, so it's like a quesadilla. Not sure what it's going to taste like, but I'll give it a go. Oh, in the batter also I put a bit of salt in, and I put a bit of onion salt in just to give it a savoury flavour rather than a sweet flavour. So yeah, I'll give it a go and I'll let you know what it tastes like. So I don't normally record myself eating, but I'll just do a little snippet so I can tell you whether it's nice or not, and whether it's worth you making it. That's really tasty. I mean, it'd be nice if you use normal beans as well. I made it just like a breakfast bake, or if you had some crispy bacon that you could put in one of the layers and crumble it, that'd be really nice too. I'm out of most things because I need to go shopping, but it's really tasty because it's almost got that Mexican bit to it with the taco beans. It's really nice. It'd be nice with a bit of like spicy sauce over the top and a bit of sour cream or something. Or it would be quite nice if you wanted to put some sour cream in it and stuff as well. So yeah, it's delicious. So I'm going to get on and eat this now. If you wanted to see me make it or do the recipe, let me know in the comments and I'll do a video for it, just to show you how I made it and see if it works out as successfully the second time round. But yeah, that's my breakfast. I'm going to get on and eat that. When I first did it, I thought that looks like there's a lot of food there, but there isn't a huge amount of speed in this plate. So in an ideal world, I'd have half today, save half for tomorrow, and have some tomatoes and stuff with it. But like I say, I haven't got really anything in because I need to go shopping. So I'm going to eat this as a whole thing today and My Sunday dinner always has loads and loads and loads of veg in it, so I'm quite happy that I'll get my speed up later. So yeah, I shall catch you later. I've just finished eating my breakfast, and I would actually say that it is delicious, but I would also say that that was way too much for one person. Way too much. Whenever I make pancakes, it always seems to make loads. So I think I'm going to have to start either baking them and just treating it as food prep and keeping them in the fridge or freezer for another day, or for like the one I just made just now, doing half of it and then using the other half the following day. It was too much for me, especially if I was going to have speed food with it, like some tomatoes or something. That would have been quite nice just to cut through. I've had some nice fresh tomatoes. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It is nice, it's something different, but I feel so full now, really, really full, uncomfortably full. The only good thing is it's Sunday, and on a Sunday I tend to merge my dinners together, so I probably will end up having my roast dinner really, really late. Not really late as in my week time dinner meal. It'll probably be about 5 or 6 o'clock, so it's currently like, you know, 9:45 or something, so it's quite a long way away. I won't have a lunch and a dinner. I'll have the one meal and then I might have a bit of pudding maybe. So it's good that it's filled me up, because hopefully that'll keep me going. I've got to go food shopping this morning, even if it's just a smaller shop, just to try and tide me over. It's towards the end of the month, so I'll try and budget a bit more on this shop. But equally, I haven't got a huge amount of meat or veg and stuff in. I definitely need something for dinner today. And then we were supposed to be lifting back up to Junction 28. It's my mum's birthday this week, so I need to get her a card, and there is a Hallmark card shop up there. Ewan wants to take his watch in because it's been a long saga. He basically bought a Fossil smartwatch. I don't know if I've mentioned it on here. I might have mentioned it in another video, so if I'm repeating myself, I apologise. But he got a Fossil smartwatch after Christmas that he used his Christmas money for, and within the first month it stopped working. The touchscreen stopped working, and then so we took it back and he got it exchanged for another one because it was within the first month he could do that. And then during lockdown, the ring on the back just completely stuck to the charger and come off the back of the watch, and you couldn't charge it. So we sent it away. It took probably about 2 months for it to come back. And he's had it back for a couple of weeks, and it looks like, you can see the glow, it looks like the ring's already starting to come off again. Yeah.
Or are you just trying to... I'm no longer a tangerine though.
No.
You're going to tell the vlog how excited you are about
Yeah,
the
I
new
was.
lids.
That's exactly what I was going to do. So we've been to the East Midlands outlet and we're just on our way back. So we stopped for a Starbucks and I've got a nice Americano, but we were dead excited because they've got the new sippy lids. Like as if I was 5, I'm so excited about that, but it means you don't have the straw, so...
It was the face we made when
Yeah, we both had face masks on, but we both pulled the same exact expression because we've been waiting for these since January.
Or even longer, because America have had them for ages, haven't they?
So I've got iced Americano, which is sin-free. I have got a shot of vanilla in there, which isn't the sugar-free one because I don't really like it. So that should be 1 sin, I think. So I'll double check that and put it on screen. Successful trip up here. We came with Ewan's watch. Ewan got a watch after Christmas from Fossil. I think I've already explained that the ring came off the back, the charging ring. We've had no end of problems, and after a bit of negotiation they've given his money back. They didn't want to originally. They tried to make out that he was plugging his cable into a plug that wasn't the right plug, even though they don't supply a plug with it, and apparently it's supposed to read the small print in this massive manual that comes with it. But anyway, it was successful. We got the money back onto his card, so we're quite happy with that. I bought birthday cards for my mum, couldn't get any presents for her, I did look. So yeah, on our way back now, and then I'll make a start on dinner when I get home. So I shall see you in a bit.
Oh, happy dancers.
Yeah. Oh, big fat fingers in the way. Hi, since my last clip, I got back from Junction 28 and I took Luna out for a walk with Eddie, which was alright. It didn't rain, but it wasn't the nicest weather. And then I've got dinner on, so I've got my chicken in the oven and I've got all my veg prepped. So I've got new potatoes, roast potatoes, green beans, carrots, sweet corn, some broccoli and some asparagus. And the asparagus actually I found at the back of the fridge drawer. I think it was actually from the week before last, but it was still okay. It wasn't funny. Just had to snap it slightly further up the stalk, so it's edible, I think. And then I've been just doing a bit of prep just for during the week. I'll just show you. So I've washed off my raspberries and put them into the container I bought from Ikea the other day in the hope that it would keep them from going black and mouldy like last week. And then I've got all my mushrooms that have been sliced ready. So that's a whole punnet of mushrooms in there. So if I want to do something quickly in the morning, I can, or for tea. And then over here I've got some onions that I've sliced, and I've got some onions that I've diced. So that's all ready. So because I've been so busy this weekend, I haven't actually decided what I'm making for meal prep yet. Obviously, if you've watched my shopping haul, I bought chicken and I bought mince and sausages and things. So I've got plenty of things I can choose from when I sit down to have a look. I haven't prepared any carrots because I don't know whether to julienne them, slice them or dice them, because obviously that does depend on the recipe. So I thought rather than do that, I'll wait until I know what I'm making and then prepare those. But obviously mushrooms, you tend to, even if you were going to sort of dice them up, I can take them out as they are and just slice them again, it's fine. And obviously I've done 2 different ways with the onions, so it should be fine. So yeah, that's what I've done so far. I'm going to go and quickly get my laptop and do a bit of editing now whilst I wait and put everything else on for dinner. Dinner should be probably, I think, 3/4 of an hour away, something like that. And it's a good job because I'm starving. It's currently 5:05. Not eaten anything since my big breakfast quesadilla this morning. Filled me up for ages. Chloe and Ewan ate something at Junction 28, but I didn't. I went into Hallmark Cards instead. Obviously I've had my coffee, so that's kind of, and that was just a black coffee, so I'm really shiny, and I've come to the conclusion it's because I wore my face mask. I think it's made me a bit shiny. But yeah, so anyway, I will get on with what I'm doing and I shall show you when I'm dishing dinner out. Here is my dinner. I've got broccoli and asparagus and carrots and green beans for speed. I've got Yorkshire pudding, I think they're 2 Syns. I've got sweet corn that's free. I've got chicken that's free. I've got new potatoes and potatoes in the air fryer that are free. And then over the top of it I've got a little bit of gravy. I've probably got 1 Syns worth of gravy. So that's my dinner and I'm going to eat that now. Here is tonight's pudding. I'm just going to have a Rolo Mousse for 4 Syns and a cup of tea. And that should be me done for the day, and I shall catch you tomorrow for the next one. Bye. Good morning, it is Monday and it's the 27th of July today. This is another what I eat in a day and a bit of a day in the life. I'm working from home again today. This next few days are going to be busy again. It's like a broken record, but really this is like my quarter end claims have been submitted, so hopefully after this next few days are over and done with, things should ease off slightly. I'm hoping, although I will be playing catch up on my normal day-to-day work because it's been so mad. But yeah, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, ridiculously early, couldn't sleep, partly because I was worried about how much work I had and partly because my hip was really sore. I don't know how much I've mentioned my hips and stuff, but I've got arthritic hips. And I think all the wet weather has made them a little bit on the sore side. So I got up and I did a stretch and release. I should have done it yesterday and didn't do it. It's all about self-care, isn't it, at the end of the day? I've done the stretch and release and actually they feel so much better now. I think my muscles were just tight and the wet weather, both things combined, meant that my right hip was really sore. Like I say, it feels great now. So hopefully I should be rearing to go for my workout later. Not sure when I'm working out yet. I didn't speak to my sister yesterday, so I'm not sure what time we're doing that. I'm assuming we're not doing it early. And I really want to do it early. I want to get logged on and get my head down for the day. So I'm just going to sit and, whilst I drink my cup of coffee, which is here, using 20ml of my skim milk, my First Healthy Extra A, and I've also got my bottle of water on the go. Whilst I sit down and drink my coffee, I'm just going to have a very, very quick look for some ideas for meal plan for this week. I've been a bit slack, I should have done it yesterday, but the day kind of just got away with me. The weekends just seem to go nowhere at the minute. So that's my plan for the next sort of like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get stuck into work. I mean, I'm logged on to work, so I could check my emails and messages when I first logged on. I've also sorted my desk out because my desk was getting into more and more of a tip, so I've just sorted all the wires out, moved all the sort of like rubbishy post-it notes I didn't need, and just give it a good tidy this morning. So I feel much better for that. Tidy desk, tidy mind. So anyway, I'll catch you later when I have breakfast. I'm not sure what I'm having yet, but nobody else is up, so I'm not going to go and start banging around in the kitchen. So I'll catch you when I have something. Bye for now. Here is my breakfast. It's 10:30 now, and obviously I've been up since 6, so I'm absolutely starving. So I have gone a bit mad and probably cooked too much food, but I probably won't end up having much for lunch. So I've got mushrooms for speed, a load of tomatoes for speed, so half the plate is speed. So I've got 3 slices of bacon with fat removed, that's Syns free. I've got some potatoes left over from dinner from yesterday that I've just fried in fry light, so that's Syns free, and an egg. And it's not very photogenic, it all looks a bit messy because I cooked it all in the same pan, but I'm sure it'll taste nice, so that's the only thing that matters. So I shall catch you later for lunch. So I didn't really fancy lunch today. I wasn't hungry, and then I've gone from being not hungry to being absolutely ravenous, and it's now 2:30. So I wasn't sure what to have. I'm working out at 4, so it's not a huge amount of time for something to settle and digest. So I decided to have a go at making a mug cake using my blended oats as the flour. So it's a bit similar to when I do pancakes really. It's the blended oats from a Healthy Extra B, an egg, some baking powder, and then I've got a tablespoon of sugar-free, in fact I've got a tablespoon and a half of sugar-free golden syrup, the My Protein one that's free. And then on there for the cream, I've got this Lindor's Kvarg, the peach and passion fruit. I've not tried that one before. I think that's half a Syn. And then some raspberries. So I've got a peach and raspberry combination, a bit like a peach Melba. Not sure what it's going to be like. It might be absolutely revolting, and certainly my presentation leaves a lot to be desired, but I shall give that a try and see what I think. Hi, so since we last spoke, I've done my workout and was a complete and utter sweaty mess. I've had my shower and got ready, and now I'm going to pop out to Matalan and TK Maxx, and I shall either show you when I'm there or show you when I get back. See you in a bit. I look as dreadful as I feel. After my workout and my shower, after I last saw you, I went over to Matalan and TK Maxx over at Chilwell to see whether I needed to get some bits of clothes for Ewan, because he's desperate for some t-shirts and things. And normally I go to Primark, but I haven't ventured to Primark just yet. So I thought I'd try Matalan because someone said there was a sale on. So we went over there, and actually I did get him a few bits. I got him a couple of pairs of like jeans and trousers and a few t-shirts, so it wasn't a wasted journey. I also tried to get something for my mum's birthday, but unfortunately I wasn't successful with that. The TK Maxx just felt really weird. Not from a social distancing point of view, just felt like they had hardly got any stock in. Very, very weird atmosphere. So anyway, we came back via the petrol station, and I'm absolutely shattered, and I mean really, really shattered, to the point that I'm like, I could just fall asleep. I'm also starving hungry. Like, I've gone past the point of being hungry. I could have eaten anything when I got in, and I haven't. I had a tiny bit of chicken that was on the plate from yesterday's dinner. It was just plain chicken. But how I've stopped myself eating, I've got no idea. It's just because I've been busy making dinner, but I'll show you what I've done for dinner. So tonight was just about having an easy tea. So for the kids, I've done some sliced potatoes. These are the Aldi ones. I won't have any of those. I've got some new potatoes that were left over from yesterday's dinner that I've sprinkled a bit of seasoning on, and I've just pan fried. Then I've got some beans in here, which the kids will probably put barbecue sauce in, but I haven't in mine. I've got some of the southern gravy, which is the Mayflower one, just going to a boil over there. And then I've got some homemade salt and pepper chicken. So this is, over all of this chicken, there was 70 grams of breadcrumbs. So I need to work out the Syns on it, but basically it's a fifth. So I'm going to count sort of 15 grams of breadcrumbs, I think, just to be on the safe side. And then I've just put salt and pepper and stuff in it and some seasoning. So this is Syns free, apart from the breadcrumbs. And then I've made some homemade coleslaw, which is just obviously carrots, cabbage, onion. And I made my own dressing using 4 tablespoons of lighter than light mayo, a teaspoon of mustard, and some apple cider vinegar and some pepper. I don't think there's an awful lot of dressing on here for how much there is, but I'm just going to see what it tastes like, and if anything I'll just pop it over on the plate. But yeah, so that's dinner. So I think I probably will have pudding tonight because I feel like I need extra calories. I don't feel like I've eaten enough at all today. Self-inflicted because I had that big breakfast and then didn't have proper lunch. I just had that mug cake, so it's sort of my own fault really. The workout was really punishing and I think I needed to perhaps have something straight after it, and I didn't because I was worried that the shops was going to shut, so I just shot straight off out. So lesson learned. But yeah, so I'll show you when I dish my dinner up, and probably my pudding at the same time because I'm really tired. I just want to sit down. I was supposed to be going back onto work, but yet again, I suppose the thing is I logged on early this morning. I was logged on by 7, so I did more than my fair share of hours. I did about 9.5 hours, so I'll see how I feel once I've had dinner. Maybe after a sit down and some dinner I'll feel a bit better, but it is 9 o'clock, so it's getting on a bit now. So I'm going to dish my dinner out and I shall show you when it's all dished out. Yeah, here's my evening meal. I've got some potatoes that are pan fried, I've got the homemade coleslaw, I've got some beans that are free, obviously that's all speed, and I've got the salt pepper chicken, and I've got a couple of spoons of the southern fried gravy over the top. I really haven't got much of it at all, but I have got 2 sort of tablespoons, I'd say. So I should count some Syns for that, and that's me. Oh, it's not me done actually. I'm going to definitely have something, whether it's a nice lolly or something, but I shall show you that when I get it out in a bit. Tom's just texted me and asked me if I can pick him up at 10 o'clock from his girlfriend, so I'm going to go and sit down now and try and relax, and I might have my pudding when I come back from that, but yeah, so I shall see you in a bit. For my snack tonight I've decided to have one of these sherbet lollies, which is 2.5 Syns, and I'll show you what they look like. So this is one of them, and I'm going to enjoy that.